Well, we've got an Asmongold clip here, so we're gonna look at that. I'm sick. I'm sick, which is why we're doing Oscar reactions. I'm very sorry, but I still have a couple of things I need to get through for the week, so let's do that. Also please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna look at this. Apparently actions do finally have consequences. I don't know what this club is about. I think I saw like there's a girl on there, life ruined, but like I don't know about that one. Yeah, we're gonna look at it. I don't know what to expect. We'll see.
Clavicular is our Rosa Parks, a civil rights icon. That's what they're saying.
This is about clavicular. See, here's a hot take. I don't really like the dude. I'll be completely honest. I don't really like the dude because for multiple reasons. For one, I just believe that mostly the black pill and also red pill to a degree is cope. A lot of cope. It's just generally, I believe, cope and a band-aid for what's actually wrong, which is my belief is that all our problems, especially between men and women, which both of these result from, mostly is the cultural shift away from marriage. That's what I believe, and I think mostly all the problems that are summarized as the gender war come from that, but that's just me. And also, like, just his attitude. I don't like his attitude. I think he's pretty much what I would call a not necessarily the definition of nihilism, but it's pretty close to what I consider a strong form of nihilism, or a strong result of nihilism. And I don't like nihilism. I think it's destructive. Anyways, we'll go in. Let's see if I'm actually, for once, on his side.
Women don't deserve rights?
Do you really believe women don't deserve rights?
That's kind of a dumb thing to say, right?
He's rage baiting. Look at him smiling. He's rage baiting. See, it's like I'm like 50-50 on him. Like, it's like when it comes to like his moments, I'm like that's kind of base. But like sometimes I'm also like I'm gonna shake my head, right? For example, for me, I don't like. I think women should have rights, right? Just like the same as every man, every woman should have right. I just have a problem with not wanting to have the same responsibilities, right? If I get to be sent into war, then you should be too. Otherwise, you get the same things, but you don't have to do the same things, right? It makes sense. Like, you don't have to take the same responsibility. That's why I have the same issue with dating, right? It's like you want all of these things for men, but like you are not willing to do the same, even though you desire equality. That's the whole problem I have with the equality thing. If you want to be treated the same, you must do the same. Unless you want just equal. See, there's like a difference between equality of outcome and equality of opportunity. I'm for equality of opportunity. I'm not for equality of outcome. But the problem is that they want equality of outcome regardless of whether or not they provide the same things. And that's overall my problem with this whole, like, with feminism in general. But yeah, away from the side tangent of feminism, let's look what's going on. But yeah, let's see. Look at him smiling. Look at him smiling.
You said you don't believe women deserve rights?
Like which one, dude? Got the
Like all women. What's wrong with you for that?
Like which one?
You're weird as hell.
He's like, why is the French laughing? He's like, right? She's like, women. Do you think women don't deserve rights? And Cleve is like, which ones? Like, right? And she responds with all women, and I'm like, that's not what he was That's not what he was asking right there. He was, which rights? Which rights in particular? Which rights? Right? That's what he was asking, and she already lost the plot because out of anger, she cannot argue logically. But then again, she's also probably drunk. So
But like, can you clarify what you mean?
You were raised by a mother.
Well, like,
you know all women deserve rights,
Like
man.
which one? Like which right? Like the right to vote? Like can you explain like what you mean?
Can you explain what you mean?
What's your?
I don't want to punch you, so I won't.
You don't want to what?
I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face, bitch.
Go ahead.
I am.
Go ahead. Let's see it.
You want to punch? Punch you, bitch.
That is assault. That is assault. And I don't agree with that. That is assault. And that is very clearly assault. And if he wants to sue her, he can and he should, because I think that should have consequences, right? I don't think. See, we have a major problem, and that is that there's women who believe that they can put their hands on a man and not face the consequences of their actions. And they should, though. Because whether it's a man or a woman, this is assault, and it should be treated as such. Whether you agree with the man or not, we can all agree this is wrong. Like, slapping somebody, like, putting your hands on somebody, violence towards somebody, when they were just using words, is, wrong. I think we can all agree that that's wrong, right?
I can't think of a better argument against women's rights. This is the biggest argument against women's rights that I've ever seen. Oh my god.
I'm gonna sue you for that. I'm gonna sue your entire family.
Nah, I think it's similar to the trans issue. The reason why people have an issue with trans people is because they act exactly like this, right? They're like, you don't agree with them, they become violent, right? Now, whether or not you think what he's saying is good or not, it doesn't matter. She put her hands on him, and that's the consequences of her own actions. It's that simple. It just makes sense, right? And I think it's the exact same issue here, right? It's like, you're giving the people ammo that don't agree with you because you are retarded, and you cannot see the fact that your misbehavior and other people's misbehavior that you see, even if you're not part of the group that misbehaves, makes your group look bad. And we have that right here.
Actually, it was nice to meet you. Actually, fuck you.
I'm gonna sue you.
Never got the right to vote.
Man.
You're getting sued for assault.
What?
I'm gonna press charges on you. Hey, hold your ear, call the police.
Hold her here and call the police. All right.
Hold her, get the police.
Fucking based.
Oh, hey. Grab her, grab
Yeah, that's the right. Actually, he's full in his right to do that. And now she's realizing what is wrong, right? Now she's realizing she made a mistake. Yeah, you should have considered that before you slapped him. That's the problem. I think, and this goes away. See, this is an overall issue that, like, we let people be violent for not for no reason, but like, we let people be violent towards us when, we're not violent, right? We're in, like, men, right? And, I think that should change. I think that when somebody's violent towards you, whether a man or woman, they should get their ass beat for it. Whether it's physically or legally, that is a question that everybody has to answer for themselves in that moment. And obviously, he does the smart thing, right? He's not putting hands on her, because that would make him definitely lose. So yeah, it's the smart thing to do here.
What's up? What happened? Look.
her. Look at her face.
Yeah, look at her face. Oh no, the consequences of my own actions. Who would have guessed?
Call the police.
Oh no.
Call the police. Go, get the
Why are you
police.
giving attention to the rod of this clip? Because I think the amount of women that think that they can be aggressive, vitriolic, hostile, and violent with no repercussions needs to end. And every time they suffer real, like, consequences, I think that it's a great thing. I want to see accountability. Don't you think it's staged for content? Let me get this straight. So you think that it's unlikely that a drunk woman in a club was yelling at a guy who wasn't really paying attention to her, and she basically gassed herself up to the point to where she hit the guy because she...
That has happened before. I am aware of that. This happened before. I was even around when it happened before, right? See, I'm not a party dude, right? I went like 2 or 3 times, but that was already enough to see what was going on, right? like in the clubs, and like there's like for example, something that's really kind of common but isn't talked about is older women inappropriately touching younger men. That is the case. I have seen it because I have experienced it. Isn't that fun? And physical violence towards men from women is a thing. Have you seen the recent clip with like The Bachelor, right? Where that the bachelorette threw chairs at like a dude and like also hit a child and stuff. It's like really odd and really weird. Something like that. It's just odd. It's weird. It's just weird.
She made herself so mad in the conversation, and you think this had to be staged? Really? You've never seen this happen? I hope he puts this bitch in her place. I hope he does, because like these women that think that they can hit people and be violent like this, we are so back. Bro, I love this. I love it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ref here.
Regardless, I didn't want to ref one. Oh, I'm gonna do the ref one, but not now. Eventually, my throat is cooked otherwise. Yeah, in more
Of this.
So yeah, in simple terms, I love her face, by the way, in this position. Don't put your hands on a man if you're a woman, because you might face consequences. See, in the time of where everything's recorded and everything's streamed and like, right? How could you, by the way, attack somebody while he's streaming? By the way. Especially since you know who that is. Why are we filming? Why are we letting people film their own crimes? Why are people filming their own crimes? I always like when that happens because then it just goes to show how that these people are incredibly incompetent. Anyways, my take is simple. While I don't agree with Clavicula here, he is completely right here. I don't agree with him, but I think he's right here. And yeah, she deserves what she's getting. If she gets sued, then that's what's going to happen. Actions have consequences, and if you put your hands on somebody that wasn't violent towards you, whether it's a man, woman, or a woman, then you deserve what's coming to you. It's that simple. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.